but I think I was just, oh no, it doesn't have much smell anymore. It used to smell like cotton candy. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. So I guess it's actually sort of true, but that doesn't mean to say that you won't have any decluttering regrets. Hey, I'm handsome. I'm pretty little Cobras. I'm gonna go back to the Cobras and ask for those who are here new. My name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. So today's minimalism videos is going to be a subscriber request. A subscriber has asked me to talk about my biggest decluttering regrets, and I'm here for it because you guys know that I love to bash on minimalism. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's get it. Let's go. Woo. I think it's really popular in the minimalism community to push us to declutter.
Don't worry, you won't have no regrets. And
I actually don't have too many regrets. I made a list of the top 10 and I was actually only able to generate 4. So I guess it's actually sort of true, but that doesn't mean to say that you won't have any decluttering regrets. That mistakes happen, and I guess, yeah, they're right, life does go on. I'm still here. So if you're curious, let's get right into the 4. And I'll also be offering you guys my advice and my take. I've been doing this for about 8 years now, so I can offer some advice to some newbie minimalists that hopefully you guys won't make the same mistakes that I will make. But honestly, you'll probably end up making your own mistakes. Such is life. We're all human. Okay, number 1, throwing my luxury bags in the trash. So I've actually made a very specific video talking about that, addressing this, 8 years later. Do I still regret it? I regretted it for a really long time. I didn't mention this in the video, but I wasn't until like last year. So that was literally like almost like 6-7 years of me just hating and regretting and being just like really angry at myself and not forgiving myself for like chucking the bags in the garbage. So yeah, a little bit of background info. I was really obsessed with this whole notion of decluttering brand names. So I took my luxury handbags and I threw them in the garbage. I didn't mention this in the video, but actually it wasn't such a total waste. So there is a cleaning lady on the dorm room floors, and I did see that as I would throw away the bags periodically, it'd be a fashion show and she'd have them, which is great. I think that's lovely and that's wonderful. So she picked up my Minion Cobra's bags. I think I threw out 2 of them. I had 2 Prada bags. I don't know if she picked those up too, but I like to think that people ended up picking them up. Like, I threw them in the garbage because Marie Kondo in her book suggested that if you don't want it, don't give it to family and friends because it'll just become junk to them. You should actually just throw it in the garbage. I did mention this in my video. I think that Japan probably has different ways of dealing with things in terms of recycling and garbage, and so I think that, I feel for me personally, I think a better way would be to resell it. So since then I have learned a lot of my resellable pieces, my Minion Cobra's wallet and card holder, I did end up selling to a consignment store. So I have learned, I did learn. So I guess to answer the question, like, do I regret it? I did regret it, and I was really angry. I guess just because I felt like it was very wasteful and it was really stupid of me. Since then, I guess I kind of started to figure myself because I was like, the bags are gone. They have been long gone, more than half a decade. I really need to move on. So I guess also partially I was kind of upset was because most of them were gifts from my ex, and I thought about the money that he spent on me and how could I have just been so, I guess, ungrateful to just like thrown in the garbage. Had it been my money, would I have done it? Yeah, I definitely don't agree with the decision that I made. I understand that I was young and I was coming from a place of wanting to
quickly declutter, but
sometimes slow and steady wins the race. If I could do it again, I would not have done that. I would have resold them, or I'll be honest, I would have kept them. They were good memories and I really did like the bags. It wasn't because I didn't like the bags. It's funny, in minimalism they talk about just declutter what you don't want. I was like,
I'm gonna be better than that. I'm gonna declutter everything, even if I like it.
And it was just like, what was the point? I didn't win at the end. Nothing good came from it. So now I only let go of items that I don't want, and I keep the items that I like. Okay, number 2. The second item that I was really obsessive about, I decluttered a YSL cushion. And the little bit of background info, at the time I was vegan and I wanted to not have cruelty items. I wanted to have a cruelty-free makeup collection, and you guys know that I really do like YSL. I know they have terrible animal practices. I know. I'm not gonna get into the morality of it. I'm just giving a little bit of background info. So the YSL cushion, I threw it in the garbage, and it was really upsetting for me because 1, I still really liked the cushion. It was my favorite cushion. It was very expensive. It was $80. And I beat myself up for about, I think it was 4 years. I didn't end up buying my current YSL cushion, the one that you guys have seen in every thumbnail, until 4 years later, just to kind of finally quench the anger and disappointment and lusting for my favorite cushion. And yeah, if I would do it again, I would not have decluttered that cushion. I love that cushion. Maybe in the future I'll even recop it. It was just like the classic plastic one. I like the leather one. I think it's a lot prettier. It served its function. It definitely helped be a replacer to that one. Okay, number 3. There was a lot of lipsticks that I wasn't done yet, and I would just declutter it because project panning and like no buy. I would be so obsessed with wanting to be a good project panner that I would just start to like get into these terrible cycles of like buying lipsticks, using partially some of them, and then being like, it doesn't spark joy anymore, and then like I would declutter it when I was like, could have just enjoyed it. I'll give you guys a good example. I still have this one. This is Hime in the gloss, and so many times I've told you guys in decluttering videos I'm gonna get rid of it, but I think I was just, oh no, it doesn't have much smell anymore. It used to smell like cotton candy. Damn it. But yeah, I would just be so dogmatic with the things that I would do that I don't do those things anymore. I'm a lot more slower with my declutters, and I think that it matters more that I feel comfortable with my declutters instead of trying to please who knows what, some idea in my head, I guess. Okay, number 4, a bubble tea shirt that IE gave me. At the time, I was trying to be like an extreme minimalist, and I couldn't have prints, I couldn't have logos, I couldn't have anything on a shirt. It had to be like complete clean slate. So this was a gift. It was a beautiful beige colorway, and it was a bubble tea shirt, and I got rid of it because you can't have bubble tea on a shirt, because that's not being a minimalist. Who cares if there's a bubble tea on the shirt? Like, who cares? Like, no one's gonna come and be like, you
have failed as a minimalist because there's a bubble tea on your shirt.
I regret that one. I wish I could bring that shirt back. If I ever see it again, I will definitely cop it. Okay, so let's talk some advice. I'm gonna be giving you guys 4 pieces of advice that I could give as a seasoned minimalist. Number 1, take it slow. There's really no rush. I was rushing so hard in my first year of being a minimalist, and even in my second year to become, done with everything I need to do and just be a minimalist. I think if I had taken it slower, I think I would have a healthier relationship with minimalism. Okay, number 2, think before you act. I got really obsessed with following every single minimalism rule I heard minimalists say on the internet.
And minimalism tips and minimalism guidelines.
And I was implementing all of them all the time. The 1 in out rule, the like can't have duplicates. I drove myself absolutely insane. I don't follow every single minimalism rule, and I still have the shameless face to get up on camera and call myself a minimalist. So if I can do it, you can do it too. Okay, number 3, don't get obsessed with competing with other minimalists, and I probably want to say extreme minimalists. Extreme minimalists are touted as like the epitome. I'll tell you what the end road is. It's Diogenes. He is the Greek minimalist. He died with a bowl. That's it. And I think like a loincloth, if that. And so if that's where you're going, then you don't even have to go through any of these procedures. You literally just have to have a bowl and a loincloth, and you are good to go. You have won. Give that man or woman her minimalism award, but you can't really, because then that's 3 items. I feel like minimalism is supposed to be the anti-rat race. It's supposed to free you from having to compete with other people. So if we've just come to a new realm of competing of who owns how little, even Fumio himself, who is quite the extreme minimalist, is like, that's really not the point of minimalism, to compete against other minimalists or to showcase and brag about how little you own. Then you've lost the point entirely. Okay, and number 4, it is your own journey. You might as well make it a pleasant one. And that's not something you really understand until you're older. In my 20s, I completely did not follow this. I was very delayed, gratifying, and stoic, and restrictive with myself in all areas of my life, let alone minimalism. I think if anything, I was probably more lax in my minimalism than I was with like some of the other things I used to do to myself, like my eating disorder. To do another decade of living like that, there's just no point to life. You might as well just stop playing the game. I'm gonna fully enjoy my 30s. I'm gonna be shameless. I'm gonna look back on my 30s and be like, that was the golden decade. She had a good time. And so that's what I'm trying to say is, with your minimalism, wouldn't you want to look back on your minimalism journey and be like, that was a really good experience? Minimalism gives you a rest from life's hardships, but minimalism is just a tool for you to live your best life. So once you realize that, you start to kind of appreciate and use minimalism to fully enjoy the ride, which is your life. And thank you so much to the subscriber for the video request. Loved it. This was amazing. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it entertained you and gave you some insight, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.